What is up, everybody? Lindy End Zone here, and I got another video for you today. I just wanted to give a quick reaction to watching the introductory press conference that Joe Flacco has had today for the Philadelphia Eagles. As we know, Joe Flacco has been signed to to supposedly what we hope is going to be the backup position. He signed a 1 year, $3.5 million deal, which could be increased by $4 million based on incentives that us Eagles fans are hoping that he does not hit. So let me get into my reaction on the press conference here. Um, there was a lot of basic questions. There were some basic questions in there. There is some more personal questions, but pertaining to um, you know how he feels um, coming back near to his hometown area, just outside of Jersey where he grew up, and how he's grown up being an Eagles fan, and he was like, I guess he was okay with answering them. He didn't really go overboard on the whole thing and express his excitement over it. Like I imagine that he's excited to play here, and but just just hearing the guy, obviously, we're talking about a veteran quarterback who was a who is a Super Bowl winner, and he was a Super Bowl MVP back in 2012. I mean, like I said in the previous video talking about us signing him, I did not mind it, but um, it was the fact that I'm concerned about I'm concerned about him as a mentor. Um, and this question was brought up multiple times to where some of the Eagles writers, reporters were asking questions concerning the mentorship that Joe Flacco possesses, and he really kind of was straightforward, and he danced around the answers, just talking about that. Um, you know, it wasn't necessarily discussed yet, and he goes on to say that he's here to be a part of the 53-man roster to help to help the team win some football games in any way that he can. And um, part of this was him talking about the idea that he wants to continue to show people that he's not some old dude in the NFL, that he can still play quarterback, and he still has something left in the tank. So and the reason why I wanted to put this out there is because of the fact of, there's some Eagles fans talking about, well, we don't want competition. We don't want competition for Jalen Hurts, and it has been said that by Jeffrey Lurie that he wants to build around Jalen Hurts, and that they're anticipating him being the starter. But you know, and I thought about it, and I'm like, well, you notice that Jalen Hurts is putting a lot of this work in, and he's really striving to continue to get better in his in his NFL career. Entering year two with only 4 games under his belt, he wants to show that he's got a lot more to prove, being a second round pick, and despite the disagreements and circumstances of last year. It's a clean slate for the football team. It's a clean slate for some of these players, and it's most importantly a clean slate for Jalen Hurts. So um, I, I think if we brought in a quarterback of lesser caliber, and by that I mean the degree of veteran experience that Joe Flacco has, I don't know if it would have done as much good for Jalen Hurts, because This isn't. I mean, this is nowhere near close to a Carson Wentz and Nick Foles situation. This is completely different. Um, but I guess you can also tie it to 2017 when Nick Foles was here and Carson was going into year two, and not to bring Carson back up again, obviously, since he's not on the team anymore. But if we can think of that same principle with Carson going into year two, and he had Nick Foles there, and what Nick was able to do um, as far as his influence was, we're hoping that, despite what Joe Flacco thinks, and I know in the back of his mind that, he feels that he can still be a starter in this league, and he's gonna do what he can to prove that much. Um, but at the same time, that's only going to push Jalen Hurts to go harder, and um, and this is a good thing because outside of only that 4 game sample size, we want to see what Jalen Hurts is capable of, and I'm not going to overreact to this press conference, and Joe can say what he wants right now, but as soon as we're gonna see on we're going to definitely see how this unfolds as soon as training camp begins, and hopefully it's actually a legitimate offseason and we get some preseason games, and it's not just going to be limited to scrimmages to get some of these players ready, to get ready who we are going to draft next month. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me. I just wanted to clear some of those points up of mine that I just thought about over the course of days after Joe Flacco's hiring before he got introduced. So that's going to do it for this video. Um, Thank you to all that check it out. If you like the content, leave me a like. Let me know how I'm doing. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. Whatever it is that you want to do. If you're feeling generous, even hit that subscribe button. I'm going to continue to do the best that I can to improve on my content, and I definitely appreciate everybody that is deciding to stick around. So thanks again. This has been Lindy End Zone, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.